Hello and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Cheri. Today is Makeover Monday. We are going to be making some zucchini chips. But before I get started, if this is your first time here, you love food, you love fun, you love low carb, healthy recipes, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell and check the description below for details on how subscribing helps to feed the hungry. Okay, so in the summertime, one of my favorite things to make is zucchini, like fried zucchini cakes or fried squash cakes. You can make it with squash or zucchini, and I love to get them fresh out of the garden and do that, but they really aren't the healthiest. Not only are they fried, but they're battered and then fried, or at least the way I do it. I either batter them or I bread them. So we are going to make over that recipe today, and today we're going to be making zucchini chips instead. So I have seen this done several different ways. I've read all about it on the internet, and most of them say to do this in the oven. Few of them said to sprinkle with salt first, which is a good idea. Usually it's going to draw all that water out, which is going to help make them crispier. But whenever you salt them, then you need to rinse them. Otherwise they become too salty, and then you can't season them at the end. So I tried them in the oven, and I tried them at 425, and they burnt both times. So, and they were just so thin that they would burn in the center, and the ends would still be, the outside edges would still be really, really soggy. So then I tried them in the microwave the same way I make my tortilla chips from, flour tortillas. And I finally decided on the air fryer, and this is, for me, has been the best results. They also said you needed them really, really thin. So I have my simple slicer here from Pampered Chef, and I love this thing. I used to have a mandolin, and it had a bunch of different blades in it, and it just took up a lot of room, and you had to take the blades out and put the blades in. So this kind of does the same thing, but it's just one piece. It takes up no room in my drawer. And if you push it all the way forward, it has a guard so you don't cut yourself. And then it has 1, 2, and 3 different settings. So you can make them really thin. Here, I'll just show you. So that, let's see, one more. And then I'll move it up. And again. Okay, so here are our 3 different thicknesses. Let me do one more on this one. So there we go. All right, so here's our 3 different thicknesses. So typically, if I'm going to make potato chips, I would make them about this thin. If I do maybe like au gratin potatoes or something like that, I'll use this setting. But like I said, I just love it. It does the same thing as a mandolin, except it doesn't. My mandolin had where you could slice it and you would get like matchsticks. So I can't do that with this, but for what it does, I absolutely love it. So they said it needed to be super thin, so I tried them this thin, and it was too thin. The thickest setting was too thick, and so on a number 2 was perfect. So that's what we're going to use here. And this also comes, I have it put away because I never use it. I know that's like super dangerous, so I don't recommend it doing it the way I do it. But I don't use the guard just because I don't know. I just don't. And I probably shouldn't be looking up here while I'm slicing. But, oops. But you can see how fast this makes the job. Okay, so what I have found is I still use a little bit of Pam to help get them a little bit crispy, and I've got my seasonings right here. But just to get started, I'm just going to toss these in my air fryer. And I like doing it this way also because if I do them on the cookie sheet, like a lot of people suggested, you have to pull them out about halfway through and flip them over. And with this, I don't have to do it. Once these start to dry out a little bit, they are going to kind of just fly around in there. But that's a good thing. And the reason I'm not going to put the oil on there yet is I want to just kind of start to dry them out. So I'm going to cook this on 400 for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then we'll take them out, we'll spray them with some Pam, we'll put them back in there. And then that second time that we cook is going to help get them extra crispy. So in the air fryer, turn it on, 400 degrees, and I'm going to turn it down to 4 minutes. Well, we'll start at 3 and then we'll check it. Once we've drawn out all the moisture, then we can go ahead and we can coat these with a little bit of cooking spray. So I'm just going to spread them out so that I have one nice even layer, or somewhat even layer. I'm going to give these a good spray, and then we're just going to flip them over, do the same thing on the other side. All right, then we're going to put them back in our basket. And I'm going to put them back in here for another 2 minutes. And they should be just about crispy by then. If they're not, we can put them back in for another minute or so, but I just want to keep an eye on them. Okay, these should be just about done. Not sure if you can hear them. Usually you can hear them kind of moving around in there, and then you kind of know that they're ready to be taken out. Now, they did take a little bit longer than what I remember. They took more about 8 minutes, but still not too long. And you can kind of hear them when they're kind of crunchy. So I just like to season these with a little bit of garlic salt and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. So you can just eat them just like this. You can eat them like chips, or I like to get a little bit of marinara and dip them. And I like extra cheese on mine. All right, let's give these a try. You hear how crunchy those are? So good, and so much healthier than like fried zucchini cakes. So give those a try. And if you don't have an air fryer, if you're in the market for one, this is not the Pampered Chef one, by the way. My Pampered Chef one is on the way. Because of the COVID, everything has been like 6 to 8 weeks shipping. So I haven't got that yet. So I've just been using the one that I had. But maybe you don't have an air fryer. Like I said, try these in the oven and see if they work. And instead of putting them on 400, what I would try to do is maybe put them on 200 and get some of the moisture out of there, let them dry out a little bit, and then turn it up to 400, kind of like how you do French fries, how you fry them twice. Get the moisture out and then try to make them crispy. But anyway, definitely let me know what you think in the comments below, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye!